From the northern region, let's place focus in the capital, because in the heart of Ghana's capital, Accra, sits a deadly time bomb, largely unseen but deeply felt by the residents of this city that never sleeps. Agbogbloshie is a bustling hub of open-air markets, sprawling scrapyards, and a towering electronic trash dump that tells a story of resilience amidst adversity. Beneath the trash lies a toxic peril that has silently plagued its inhabitants for years. Quao Adattor has been exploring the situation.
Aisha Abdullahi is a young mother who carries the dual burdens of providing for her family while grappling with the daily struggles in life in this unforgiving environment. She works here at Agbogbloshie, where a community of vulnerable headquarters known as Kaya converge daily to make a living. Aisha's day begins in the wee hours of the morning in her makeshift home. She perseveres under the relentless sun with her ailing infant strapped to her back.
Because I be a ball and What's my what now? No, we need Duania, now I did it. What's my could be for son and yet the Belquat and yet now we throw now did you better do crampo, lacking or bay now on fire. What's my dear Duani be an one
2 years ago, Aisha embarked on a journey from Tamale together with her 13-month-old baby seeking greener pastures in Accra. Instead, she found herself in the highly polluted environment of Agbogbloshie, grappling with many challenges.
Daughter no see baby I want maybe I feel and a ball be one. Edwani be what I am per se and dinner.
Cecilia Kwashi owns a shop here and has 7 employees. She says her health condition is deteriorating at a fast rate due to excessive exposure to polluted air.
Me say me try kakra say me dwan ko share obi eyi mu na me hide me ho kakra because chapia na fi me bre.
Medical staff at the Old Fadama Clinic, the closest health facility here, bear witness to a troubling trend. Felicia O is the officer in charge.
Because of what goes on here, that causes the air pollution. Everybody is affected, including us, the staffs working in this clinic. We are all affected by the air pollution going on here, which is giving us the respiratory diseases. Even as we are sitting, you know, the air is not conducive enough for us as we are even breathing in. I said we all are affected, but mostly is the children because of their immune system. Yes, and also the pregnant women because of the e-waste recycling and then the burning of rubbish that we have going on around here.
Air pollution is a rapidly growing problem in Ghana, accounting for as many as 30,000 premature deaths every year, according to the World Health Organization. It causes a far wider range of illnesses than obvious ones like pneumonia that affect the lungs. The most dangerous particles of air pollution get into the bloodstream and cause heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, and infertility. It can also cause cancer. Traders here say they have battled government of all levels for help for years.
Environmental protection
Agbogbloshie was a wetland until the 1960s when Accra expanded and an informal settlement sprang up. It has now burgeoned to accommodate more than 40,000 residents. The residents and workers here are not just engulfed in the smoke billowing from the burning mass of household trash. Agbogbloshie also takes in as much as 17,000 tons of electronic waste shipped here each year from all over the world. As it burns, it adds chemicals to the smoke being released. Despite the evident environmental concerns and reported health issues within the community, the Environmental Protection Agency does not operate an air quality meter in Agbogbloshie. GHOne TV was unable to find out why. The Office of the Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency and the Air Quality Department of EPA did not respond to multiple requests for an interview over 6 months. The agency did not respond to questions as to why Ghana takes e-waste from other countries and why the waste is not processed more safely. However, many studies by the University of Ghana and others showed that e-waste workers and residents here are heavily exposed to air pollution that is impacting their health. Dr. Daniel Notpeza is a senior research fellow at the Institute for Environmental and Sanitation at the University of Ghana.
It has cardiovascular implications, also as well as respiratory diseases. They are all associated with that. And in a study that we did, we actually showed that the people who work there are much more exposed, and we have problems like sore throat, people coughing, wheezing, and all of that associated with that. And there are long-term effects when one is exposed to polyaromatic hydrocarbon. Cancer, mutagenic effects, birth defects, and all of that are the impacts that this can create. And in a study that we did, we saw very high levels of heavy metals in the urine of people who are e-waste workers. And we know that the amount was elevated because when you compare that to others who were not working within that area, they had quite low levels.
Dr. Daniel Nupeza says though the government has made considerable effort to clean up the air here, including the recent demolition of structures at the Agbogbloshie scrap market, a lot more remains to be done.
What I think should be done in terms of that is to formalize the industry. As it stands now, we have about 95% of the people working there involved in e-waste activities. They belong to the informal sector. And that means that there is no regulation, there is no appropriate control of their activities. And secondly, we need a bylaw that will ban burning, because that is what contributes significantly to the particulate matter and the polyaromatic hydrocarbon, as I mentioned. And in a study that was done by colleagues here at the university, e-waste burning activity contributes 49% of particulate matter emission, and that was significantly higher than other contributions. That has to be dealt with holistically.
Accra is now Africa's fastest growing city. Experts say as it grows, more and more people like Aisha are going to seek work in Agbogbloshie and other places like it. If better controls are not put in place, they say a growing number of people are going to become sick and die from air pollution. This story was a collaboration with New Narratives. Funding was provided by the Clean Air Fund.